Hello, listeners, and welcome to another session of London by Night. Tonight, we have a meeting between two individuals, Nikolai and Alicat, though Alicat doesn't exactly know that's Nikolai she's meeting with. Nikolai, for his part, is waiting in the park. He is perched on one of the stools. He has prepped for this little engagement. He is wearing a black hoodie with a white faceless mask over it with an eye painted on it. He has gone through quite a bit of preparation for this meeting. He does not want his identity revealed, going as far to add stilts to his legs to make him appear taller, as well as a voice changer and padding. But for now, he is just sitting on the stool, waiting.
And yeah, Alika will walk into the park wearing a hoodie, a hood up. She is looking around cautiously, not quite sure what to expect, half expecting a trap. And she slowly approaches the spot where they sort of, meet up, or like where they agreed to meet up
Yep.
at this time.
All right. Um, as he's as a little, why am I having a brain fart? As Nikolai sees the cat approaches, he um jumps off his seat and basically goes, it's well, kitty, glad you could make it." Keeping his, he clearly has a voice modulator on as he says this.
hmm Um, she she's gonna light up a cigarette and says, "Why all the secrecy?"
Oh, trust me, you'll understand soon enough. Secrecy is my game. Secrecy is how sorry. Secrecy is my game. Is it's where all the fun is at. But furthermore, the information I'm going to give you, let's just say, if others found out, they'd be quite angry. Personally, my life is not worth the information. This is but a favor. Yeah?
Okay.
Um, he then he in a sing-song voice goes, "But you probably want to know why I killed you, why I called you."
Yeah.
And he gives a smile as he says, "I know who, or sorry, I know who tried to get your keeper, or no, sorry, I know who tried to get your grandsire in trouble. I know who tried arranged for her movement. You probably do too." Do you have proof?
Uh, Figured it would be about that. Well, I'm not 100% sure. I have my suspicions, but I've unfortunately hadn't had the time to. So I guess you want a price for it.
I?
And what did you have in mind?
Well,
Because if you didn't have something in mind, you wouldn't come to me. You would come to someone else, either to keep the information that you have hidden or to get a better price for it.
no, hon, that's not how our society works. Boons is what we play on. Yeah?
I suppose.
Me, a boon is what I want. Nothing more, nothing less. A favor for a favor.
Hmm. Out of curiosity, you could give this information to my grandsire, and the moon would probably be more valuable. So why do you pick me?
Because your sire could probably figure out who I am.
Hmm.
No offense, girlie, but you're a little younger. You most likely won't be able to suss out who I am. It's not that I don't trust you, it's not that I don't trust your sire. He gives a small shrug. But like I said, this information's hot. Hot like lava. Last thing I need is for it to get back to the person I'm tattling on. That I was the one to give the information.
Fair enough, and Carthians are in a sore spot anyway.
Bingo.
Hmm.
If you were found with this information, oh dear, oh my, so sorry, goodbye. And makes a little teary motion. Um, if I was found with this information, and your sire isn't known to respect others' privacy, gives a little hand wave.
My sire or my grandsire?
Your grandsire. Sorry, that was
Okay.
my bad.
I figured, but I just
Yeah,
wanted to make sure.
yeah. Your grandsire isn't known to respect one's privacy when
Hmm.
she wants to know the source or when it's hers on the line. Yeah?
Okay.
So, are you interested?
You already know I am, else you wouldn't contact me.
And he'll then hold out a little phone. It's obviously a burner phone.
She'll take the phone.
Um, he'll say the code is 3299.
Mm-hmm.
All you need is on the phone.
All right. And in return, if you ask me something, I'll do it.
Bingo. Don't worry. Whatever I ask you, it isn't going to be that horrible or awful. And it certainly won't be a night like you had with Mr. Iron, supposedly. And he'll um, give a small wave and skip off. This, like I said, this was going to be really short.
Actually, before he goes, she'll stop him and she says, she kind of, still holds the phone in her hand. She hasn't tucked it away yet. One condition, though. Two conditions, sorry. I will not betray the Carthians for the favor you ask of me. And I will not betray my family.
He'll nod at that and go, I suspected as much. And like I said, medium boon. Betraying something like that would be major.
Hmm.
But if you open the phone,
Mm-hmm.
there are several shots of weaponry, like heavy duty military weaponry. A shot of the prince and the keeper, the current
Which
keeper,
one?
um,
Ah, yeah.
sitting on what seems to be a club balcony,
Mm-hmm.
um, or not like an indoor glass club open pavilion balcony sort of thing,
Mm-hmm.
talking, and then a recording, and I actually can't remember what it was word for word, but you can surmise it's the keeper and the prince talking. You probably recognize the prince's voice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's um the keeper saying, um, the former keeper has the the two ghouls or the two agents you sent. And then there's a large crashing noise as you hear someone yell in anger. And then um, the um, keeper going on to basically, or the prince going on to basically rant and say the equivalent of find where she's keeping them, then have the archons burn that place to the ground with everybody inside. And then it goes on to basically talk about how he's planning on eliminating both the Crones and the Carthians.
Check. Okay. Ali would not have listened to that in the
Yeah,
park, of course. She would have listened to that
yeah,
somewhere private. um, but yeah, she will grab her own phone and start to make a few phone calls.
yep.
And I think we can end the scene there,
All right,
at least for my
nice.
part.
Yep,
Like,
nice, short and sweet.
mhm.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another session of London. Goodbye.